大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Got you, no problem. No problem. Got you. Welcome back to Broadway Boxing. There you see a fantastic crowd in attendance here inside the Fox Theater here at Foxwoods Resort and Casino. As you see, the fans are amped up. They're excited as we get set for our next bout of the evening by Kodir Jalalov and Hugo Trujillo. A matchup in the heavyweight division. Brian Adams, take us behind the numbers.
Although you see the huge height advantage for Jalalov, he is making his debut and he's fighting 6 rounds. So Hugo should use that weight advantage, set a real fast pace, and make the big guy fight at a pace he's not comfortable with.
And now to meet the fighters, we'll send it up to ring announcer. Here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Foxwoods Resort and Casino, we are set to go with our next Broadway boxing bout of the evening. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Ludabella's DeBella Entertainment in association with Fight Promotions Incorporated. Sponsored by Nissan of Queens, Optics, Azad Watches, Cristo Steakhouse, and Godliardi's Insurance. Your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside: Glenn Feldman, Frank Lombardi, and John McKay. At the sound of the bell, your 3rd man in the ring will be Michael Ortega. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears black trunks. He weighed in at 256 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 4 victories, no defeats, 1 draw. He has 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Hugo Toro Trujillo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears gold and black. He scaled at a ready 244 pounds. Tonight, this 2016 Olympian who took bronze in 2015 at the Worlds in Qatar makes his much anticipated professional debut. Fighting out of Miami, Florida by way of Uzbekistan. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Bahadir Jalalov.
Okay, give me a good clean fight. Get una pelea limpia. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte a los dos. Touch them up. Todos los guantes.
Bahadir Jalalov and Hugo Trujillo. Jalalov making his highly anticipated professional debut, trained under the guidance of Pedro Diaz. Jalalov, a 2016 Olympian who lost to eventual silver medalist Joe Joyce. Taking on Trujillo, who is coming off a 13-month layoff, as you see that Jalalov is a southpaw.
And Jalalov, we've seen a lot of good young fighters on Broadway Boxing over the years. Jalalov, about a little less than a year ago, was rated the #1 amateur super heavyweight in the world.
In a big straight left hand for Jalalov to start. Well, he looks the part, and training with Pedro Diaz, that says a lot, as Pedro Diaz has done a lot for many fighters. Miguel Cotto, Ivan Baranchyk. I mean, Baranchyk has looked sensational being under the guidance of Pedro Diaz. So looking to see this partnership between Diaz and Jalalov. And a big height disparity, Brian.
Yeah, and I'll be looking for Jalalov to stay on the outside and to work that right hook. I think the right hook is going to be the key for him in this fight. Hugo Trujillo just needs to get close, keep your defense tight, get close, and just try to work, set a fast pace.
Trujillo throwing punches from way outside.
From Mexico City.
Yeah, pretty much.
You look at his record, he's undefeated. Obviously, physically, he doesn't look very intimidating. But he has a win over a fighter who was 11-0 now. I don't know who those 11 victims were, but nonetheless, that's something.
Well, guys, I think it's fair to say that he probably will not be testing positive for what Canelo tested positive for, that being Hugo Trujillo. So I think it's just fair to go out on a limb.
And me and Steve both spoke with him and his team yesterday about, realistically getting quality sparring. And they said, no, being honest, there's no quality sparring. He has sparred 80 somewhat rounds, is what he said, right, Steve?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, we were thinking 20, 25.
Yeah.
He said 80, but he said, but not quality rounds.
Big straight left hand. A sweeping left hook there by Jalalov.
Well, what you look for in a fight like this, especially early, does Trujillo still think at this point that he has a chance to win? Now, he's sort of trying to come forward a little bit. He was on the ropes a little bit a couple of seconds ago. That's not a good thing, obviously. But Brian pointed it out. If he has any chance of winning, he has to take away some of that reach advantage of the big.
Yeah, just get close and work.
Yeah, exactly.
And Trujillo was kind of trying to somewhat do that Mike Tyson sort of bend at the knees, go left and right, and then come upstairs, and a big straight left hand backing up Trujillo is Jalalov.
He actually took that punch very well. That left landed solid. He took it well.
Well, no matter if you beat whoever it is that's placed in front of you, Trujillo, guys, is undefeated. Like it or not, he's undefeated. His only blemish is a draw.
Yeah.
And there you see Pedro Diaz in the corner with Bahadir Jalalov.
Keep the big guy calm. At times in that first round, we saw Trujillo back to the ropes. Sometimes it's not even the reach or the power of the big Uzbeki fighter, but it's just his physical strength. He's a strong guy. When you weigh 240 plus pounds and you're 6'7", you're pretty strong. He's got no fat on him.
Well, and he's solid, Steve. I'm glad you pointed that out. He's solid.
Yeah.
It's not like you can move him around easily. He's very solid and is a very well-equipped heavyweight.
6'7", 244.
It reminds me of one of your buddies, Brian Adams, when it comes to height and, physical
Vlad?
stature. Exactly.
Who I just saw 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
I was over in Berlin.
Is he enjoying retirement?
He's loving it.
There you go.
He's loving it.
With the performances he put on, and most notably that epic matchup against Anthony Joshua. But right now, Jalolov is trying to one day carve out a championship lineage in his own right, like Vladimir Klitschko did. As Trujillo says, he was holding behind the head. But Jalolov is looking to size up Trujillo and connect with that straight left hand.
Well, the problem is, at 6'7", and Trujillo, he told us he was 6'3", 6'2", and he's looking me dead in the eyes talking about he's 6'2". So I say, you're not no 6'2". No. but the problem is, I don't know if he's not capable of it. He's just not doing it yet. But you got to get close. You have to take the height away. I mean, I understand there's a danger zone while you do that, but if that's your only chance of winning, you have to attempt it.
A sharp, straight left hand that connected for Jalolov, and now Trujillo's hurt. Trujillo goes down to the canvas for the first time in the fight.
And got up too soon, I think.
Sometimes the machismo can be to his detriment.
Well, Steve will tell you, I've said it several times. At a point, it's not tough, it's stupid.
And now Jalolov teeing off on Trujillo, straight lefts and hooks.
He's doing a good job trying to bob and weave and get away from those shots.
Another sledgehammer straight left hand that connected for Jalolov.
What you see from Jalolov is not unusual for a southpaw. The power is in the left hand. I don't see a lot of power in the right hook. He's not as effective with that punch.
And as I said in the first round, see, he's more positioned to throw the right hooks more fluently.
Well, based on his stance, a straight left that backed up Trujillo, but Trujillo still trying to remain upright as we're nearing the final 30-plus seconds of the second.
And what you're seeing now is that Jalolov is smothering his own power when he steps in with that left hand. He gets too close.
But this, although you might say this is bad for Trujillo, which it appears it is, but if he can make it through this round and perhaps Jalava try to have a busy third round, he might tie himself out. He's fighting 6 rounds.
He's never been, I mean, this is pro debut fighting 6-rounders, so that is conceivable. It looks like Trujillo is going to survive and head towards the third. Let's take a look back at some of the work from the second round, Steve.
You see them in tight, and that's an imitation of Vladimir Klitschko right there, putting all your weight on top of the guy's neck and pushing down. But later in the round, the jab started it, and you see Trujillo in a place he cannot be against the ropes, and the left hand sort of looped in there. Second look at it. It was almost a left hook from an orthodox fighter, landed on the chin flush. And to Trujillo's credit, not only did he get up, but as you guys pointed out, he popped up.
Yes,
maybe
he
even
did.
a little too quickly to best suit him.
Now Pedro Diaz guiding Bakodir Jalolov. Round number 3. There's a lot of anticipation behind this professional debut of Jalolov. As the heavyweight division, we're seeing new faces within the heavyweight ranks with the Klitschko's retiring, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, the likes of Jarrell Big Baby Miller that have emerged as well. It is a new era for Dillian White as well, Joseph Parker. So it's a new era for heavyweight boxing here in 2018.
Yeah, and Jalalov's timing is perfect because by the time he's ready, if he continues to progress,
they're out the door.
They're either out the door or ready to be taken.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right, he got a solid 3 years to learn. And by that time, you're right, they'll be ready for the taking or ready to exit.
And Trujillo just got popped with the big straight left that buckled his knees.
Yeah, he took 2 full steps back there.
And with his back on the ropes, this is a bad spot for him.
Yeah, he should crouch, go in a little lower. That left hand hurt him. Go in a little lower and just let your hands go.
This could be a case, guys, where Trujillo is too tough for his own good. As Michael Ortega watching Trujillo intently. Another big straight left, and down goes Ortega as he looks up at the lights.
He's going to get up. He's going to stumble up, but he's going to get up.
And this one's over. That was a very good stoppage by Michael Ortega as Bakodir Jalolov gets the win by third round stoppage. An impressive performance by Jalolov in his pro debut, Steve.
He did what he had to do. The positive, he showed some power. He controlled the fight against a fighter who he's expected, obviously, to rip right through. The only negative, I'd like to see a little bit more creativity, a little bit more imagination offensively, because it was all 1-2 or just the left hand.
Well, you're right, Steve. You mentioned he was basic in terms of what happened out here tonight. But being basic and being that big, he can get away with it, especially on this level. As you can see here, he's coming in hands down, pop the jab, step back, crossing left hand, land another left hand. So real basic, the 1, the 2, hooks, looping, another angle here, side of the head. Trujillo was just, I think, overwhelmed by the power. So it was a matter of time. But it was a good performance by the young man. As you said, Steve, there are some things he needs to be creative on to get those openings.
Jalolov closed the show in style, and we will come back and get the official particulars. You're watching Broadway Boxing here from Foxwoods Resort and Casino. Welcome back to Broadway Boxing. Bakodir Jalolov gets a third round finish over Hugo Trujillo. Let's send it up to ring announcer David Diamante to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute and 14 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by TKO, Bakodir Jalolov.
Bakodir Jalolov now 1-0 with that TKO on his resume. And a nice way to start the pro career.
Yes, and he's going to get better. He was doing some veteran things in there, such as holding the head, pushing him down, using his weight. He was doing some little things in there that show that he's only going to get better.
And a lot to like with Jalolov. Amateur pedigree, size, power, and Pedro Diaz in his corner.
He has the sizzle. The question is, does he have the steak? But he has his first pro victory. Does Bakodir Jalolov here tonight.